Good morning. This is Coach Davis on Thursday, September the 10th. This will be our last video of the week. And because tomorrow is September the 11th and there's not a video that will be posted, I wanted to use our quote for the day from the 9/11 Memorial in New York City, which if you have not ever been to, I strongly encourage you to visit. It's a very powerful place to be. The quote is at the very end of the museum, and you come down this set of stairs, and there's a big wall off to the side, and on the wall it says, "No day shall erase you from the memory of time." And surrounding that quote are hundreds of pieces of paper that are all different colored blues. And each of those pieces of paper is what the sky looked like to a particular person on September the 11th, 2001. And it is a very powerful moment to come down that set of stairs and look over, see that quote on the wall, and then to see just surrounded in what looks like the blue sky. I know that most of you guys probably weren't born at that time, but the reason that to me that day is so important is because it was one of those moments that I'll always know where I was and what I was doing. It's one of those moments in history that you just never forget. At that time, I was in the 5th grade and I was homeschooled. And I can remember getting a phone call, my mom getting a phone call, and all of a sudden we turned on the TV and watched the rest of these events unfold. And I remember as a 5th grader, I'm sitting there watching these events take place and just having this wide range of emotion, from sadness to fear to anger, just trying to wrap my mind around what all was taking place. And of course, we didn't really know all that was taking place until much later, and a lot of the information came out over time. But just such a wide range of emotions, and I'll never forget watching these events unfold as I'm sitting there in the 5th grade and basically trying to imagine how the world and how my life was getting ready to change because of the events that were taking place that I was watching unfold right before me. And the reason that this is so interesting at this time is because the same thing is happening now during the coronavirus. Every day we are literally living through history and seeing our world change around us because of this event. And so that to me, September the 11th is one of those moments in history that will always be in my mind that I'll never forget. And of course, the whole year I think of 2020 is that now. And I think this is one of those defining moments in history for your generation that you're going to look back one day and recognize the significance of these events. So in both instances, for 9/11, although that was not an event probably that you guys were alive for or able to witness yourself, I do hope that you recognize the significance of that event and would take just a moment to remember the thousands of people that died that day and how that changed the course of American history. But also in the same hand, keep in mind all those who have dealt with this pandemic, the people who have died, the people that have experienced so much during the entire year of 2020, and just take a moment to think about and remember those folks and how our world is changing right now and how you can go out to be a positive impact among all the craziness that's going on. So I know that's a little bit longer spiel than normal, but kind of a meaningful moment and a meaningful day to me, and I wanted to take just a couple minutes to recognize that. As we finish out the week, make sure freshman classes that you guys are finishing up your papers. Remember that you're doing your components of wellness, the 6 different components of wellness. The slideshow was also posted on Google Classroom this morning so that you can get a little bit more background information if you need more information on any of those specific components that you're a little bit confused about. For Lifetime Sports, you guys should be finishing up your tennis notes. Those are due tomorrow. We'll also be having our tutoring session at Memorial Park in Asheboro this afternoon from 12:30 to 1:30. Hope you'll be able to come and check that out. And finally, for advanced basketball, again, make sure you're keeping up with your home workouts. Make sure that you are checking your email as well today. I'm going to be sending some updates about what our tutoring sessions will look like moving forward for next week. There's a few changes on the horizon for us, but make sure you're keeping up with your stuff at home. And if you were not able to get your film breakdown turned in at the end of last week, make sure that you get that to me. We'll be starting on our second film breakdown next week, and I'll get more details to you about that on Monday. Hope you all have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing you again on Monday.